Hunter Hero wins 10-6-0 Olympic record! Wow!
Another goal. A legacy as one of the all-time greats is surely complete.
The Olympic champion becomes the world champion.
Defending champion comes back and wins again in supreme style.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to TXT Chat Time. I've been up from I don't know when. I probably didn't seem asleep. Anyway, welcome. Sound off in the comment section and let me know who is here with me before we get to talking, right? We have to, deal with the greetings. Come on, Trackies. Let me know who is here with me. Nobody wants to talk? What's going on here? Hi, Ali by Nature. What's up? Good morning. How is everybody doing? Um, I'm not gonna lie. I was scrolling through social media, and Elaine Thompson here is she has seemed to become a instant meme. Um, so you know how she said, "Oh, you think?" That's pretty much how all of Jamaica is feeling this morning based on the 4x4, the mixed 4x4. We have a stink face. Everybody's walking around with a stink face. Everybody is mad. And especially when you think about that it could be things that were prevented, it just makes the situation even worse. It's not like this was, our only option and it is what it is. Like if it's our only option, then we just have to settle for whatever. But it wasn't our only option. And I do not believe the persons in charge of the team, whether it's the relay coach or the selectors, made the correct choices. So with that said, let's get into what happened, right? So the men's, not the men's, the mixed 4x4 relay, happened. Jamaica lined up in heat 2, which I believe originally was the heat of death. And if some of y'all were with me last evening, I did say, you know what, this team is not gonna cut it based on what I'm seeing Europe doing, and Europe have them will come out, come kill self in a relay kind of thing. I'm not feeling this team as it relates to getting us into the finals, and I stop short of saying, I didn't even stop short of saying we're not gonna qualify. I pretty much said that, and here we are. Maybe I put my goat mouth on the team. Who knows? Maybe it's my fault. Yeah. So the team came out. Demishige, I was harping on not putting Demishige on the first leg. They put him on the first leg anyway. Then they put Natalia on second, to Malik, to Stacy. All right. So even with that said, last night I was like, all right, this is the team. How best can we work the team? I didn't really figure it out last night how I would put it, but clearly since we only have one other option for the man being Malik James King, maybe I would have gone with Malik on first, then Stacy, or even if it was Demish, I would have gone to Stacy. I wouldn't have put Natalia on second, right? Now when I break down what happened in the relay, I know somebody was saying to me that Demish Gay ran a brilliant leg and he handed off first. No, he did not hand off first. He handed off second. I watched everything about that relay. He handed off second. Sometimes Jamaicans, we have a way to settle for things. I don't like settling. You know what I mean? So, yes, even though we handed off second and potentially, that may have seemed like a good thing, no, it's not, because, when you think about what the rest of the world, the best teams are doing, we're pretty much still struggling. And I did say, if we're struggling in the heat, then we can forget, even, contemplating a medal. You know what I mean? So, with that said, yes, he handed over second. You know what I mean? Not a bad leg, not as bad as it was last year, clearly, but still, I believe he could have done much more on the leg. This is where everything, kind of broke apart. So, Natalia gets the baton in second, and she's coming around, that little curve, and right before you get to the point, or right after you get to the point where you cut over. So this is pretty much how people used to cut over in the old time days. This is a little thing, and then they cut over like this. But later on you've learned that no, that's not how you cut over. You can pretty much just run straight to the end of the back stretch before you literally end up in lane one. And we saw the United States of America do the same thing. I was actually very impressed by that second leg runner. I'm like, masterful leg. She literally didn't cut over until the end of that back stretch. You know what I mean? She just gradually, slowly, tapered in to that first lane. So thinking to myself, that's what Jamaica is gonna do because we've seen it so many times. Natalia literally cuts over same time, and I'm like, Lord of His mercy. So then by the time she cuts over early, everybody is still continuing on that trajectory, right? To gradually cut over. So everybody that was behind catches up. And then of course she's teeny weeny. So they start to, bounce her. But the bouncing to me was not that much because again, people will be jostling, for spots. It's a relay. It's the same thing that happens in distance events. There will be jostling. So the jostling that I saw, wasn't really quote unquote an issue. But when I saw her get shoved to the back, I said, Lord of His mercy, let's see if she can do something. It didn't really happen for her. I'm like, all right. I saw Malik get the baton, and Malik tried. I didn't realize he was so teeny as well. He's very tiny himself, and he tried to do something, but it still didn't materialize. For Jamaica, we were behind the A ball, and of course he handed over to Stacey, and Stacey also tried. Eventually, got us back into fifth place, but we were in terms of times we were off by one place, but still. I still think we fumbled the bag in terms of selection, the team. We should have done like all of the other teams are doing. If you're not America that can call on 10 different people to run in a relay, select your best team. You know what I mean? Now, coming out of that, I did hear that I was watching the meet and it sounded to me like the commentator was saying that we could change four people. But I'm also hearing people say that they changed the rule to one, right? So in my opinion, to me, I say if a one person you can change, think about it, trackies. A one somebody then can change, and they chose Natalia, Demish Gay, Stacy, and Malik. Who were they taking out? And how better would that potentially make the team? That one ain't not gonna do nothing. That was not going to do anything. So they should have chosen the good team from morning and done. Slotting there was even talking about potentially Sayan Shaman, slotting her in from last evening. No, they did no such thing. Anyway, them take up themselves and said them I go appeal. And when I heard about the appeal, I said, well, it's not going to go through. You know what I mean? And shortly after that, I got confirmation that they threw it out. And they said, let me just read it to you. The appeal lodged by by Jamaica regarding their position in the final of the 4x4 mixed relay has been dismissed. The educators have determined that the interference encountered by the second leg runner, Natoya Gultapin, wasn't substantial enough. So that is how they ended up dismissing, our appeal. And I thought it would be dismissed because again, I've seen even much worse, and I never seen anything getting dismissed. As a matter of fact, back in 2019 when she was shoved for real, Nakia still, went on to the finals, and not only that, she won the gold medal. You know what I mean? So I didn't potentially see them doing anything with that. They weren't gonna put us back in. But the question now becomes who is at fault. So I got some information regarding the whole thing about Natalia Golan cutting over. Apparently that is what is taught, how you cut over. So she actually cut over wrong, right? Apparently they were training him and they told him how to cut over. So I don't know if all of that just went up in smoke because sometimes you're in the thick of things and you forget completely what you're supposed to do. So I don't know if that's what happened with her and she just forgot completely, how to cut across. But yeah, I'm getting word that she was advised as it relates to how to cut across properly, and yeah, she didn't follow through with that. I'm also looking for some additional information that I received as well. But even if I consider contemplating what happened with Natalia Gould, honestly, from the gun, I'm just gonna be blaming the selectors. The selectors for me is where it starts. You know what I mean? The relay coach as well, for me, also should take some blame because I don't believe a person like Natalia Gould should be on the second leg. You know what I mean? A second leg person is supposed to try to build on what that first leg person did. So you want one of your good runners on that second leg. You know what I mean? If not your best runner on the second leg. Not Natalia Gould. Let me look at the splits. Let me tell you what the splits were. The splits were so for Demish Gay, it was 44.49. For Natalia, it was 53.23. For, am I reading the right thing? Yes. For Malik, it was 45.88. And for Stacy, it was 50.45. Actually, when I look at this, Stacy ran one of the fastest legs for a female, if not the fastest. Let me look here. Yes, Stacy had the best female leg out of all of the females that ran in, and I'm talking about that heat, right? And where is it? Netherlands was in there with Femkebal, yes. Netherlands was in there with Femkebal, and Femkebal, even though she was cruising, she ran 50.98, right? So no, hold on. No. There's somebody that, yeah. Right. So Stacy ran the fastest leg, and that wasn't enough to put us in to the into to the finals. I just believe we fumbled the back from the top. The top is where who should be blamed. The selection of the team. First and foremost, think about it. Which athlete is going to turn down getting the opportunity to run on a relay? So even if they approach Natalia and they approach Demish and they say, hey, we want you to run. You think they're going to say, no, we're not good enough? We don't think we should be there. They're going to take it, right? So I don't think, again, you can, harp on the athletes too much. It starts at the top. We should have really looked at the team, look at the athletes that were performing this year and selected off that. Now we have, big boy Rasheen McDonald sitting down with 44.03. If you do what? Nothing. Just for their own, that's in a nice Jamaica colors. With nothing. I understand this. I do not understand this. And off the back of this disappointment, I've been thinking, this is it. This is the mistake. This is the mistake. We don't want to see no problem I'm hearing that it's a different relay coach. It's his first time being the relay coach as well. So let's see. Right. Also, me don't want to see this in the women 4x1. Me don't want to hear say people I said just because you make finals, you need to run. Me need to see what going in the heat there. You see anyhow in the heat there. Let's say for instance, let me give you an example. Elaine Thompson here. Let's just use her. Let's say Elaine just runs quote unquote mediocre. But there's somebody harping and putting Elaine in the finals, which I don't think is gonna happen. But let's just say, you know. Me no want hear nobody make no excuse and I say, oh, she should run, she should run. No. So it's the same thing for everybody. So Sasha Lee Forbes, if she goes into the heat and she not do what she's supposed to do and somebody do better, I'm sorry you're not going into the finals. Same thing for Natasha. And the same thing for Brianna as well. All of these athletes, they need to make sure that in the heats, they take a good look at what they do and slot in the best people for the finals. I really and truly don't want to hear any excuses going forward. You've done too much. It's too much now. It is too much now. The rest of Jamaica, as they love to call us, armchair coaches, not coaches, armchair coaches. The rest of the armchair coaches can't be sitting down and seeing these things and they can't see it. That doesn't make no sense to me. So when it comes to the women's 4x1, they better make sure so they get it right. When it comes to the women's 4x4, they better make sure so they get it right. And don't even bother let me start about that men's 4x4. Nobody make me start with that men's 4x4. They better make sure say they get it right. They fumbled the bag. Okay, fine. It done gone already. We can't really cry over spilled milk. Let's move on. But this is it. Learn from your mistakes. Jamaica has too many times of not learning from our mistakes and doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I'm tired of it. I think somebody in the comment section said to me that I'm upset. I'm upset recording that video. Even speak properly. Couldn't even speak properly. I'm like, what is going on with these selectors? What's happening here? How much time Jamaica have we fail? How many times are we gonna fail in this doing the same thing for somebody to finally do the right thing? Lord, let me take some of these comments. Um, let's see. Tired of kill me. Gay was wasted playing fair. Actually, me now telling you like he did much better than I thought he would, which is credit to him. But I'm not gonna settle for again a second place handover when we could have done much better. You know what I mean? Again, Jamaica is up there. We need to stop settling. Stop settling. Hey Greg, what's up? I never for him fault still. Yes. When I look at what happened, I agree. Hey, Damari. Gay did nothing and Ghoul was pushed, so she was off, and um, King had too much ground to make up. Yeah. Um, but I do believe Natoya blundered. I do believe Natoya blundered. So again, I don't even know. Me don't even want to talk about it. Gay ran a sub 45. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Gay made up no ground from my angle. So again, and this is what I talk about when when you're considering who you're running against. Think about it. When USA slots in, whichever Terminator athlete, some of these countries that have Terminator athletes that they're going to be slotting in on first leg or wherever. What is going to be our response? We're not going to really have nobody for respond. So while it may look, potentially good in the heat, it may not look good in the finals, which is why I'm saying why not run with the good team and done from the get go. You know what I mean? Chuckies, I see 119 of y'all in here now. Please remember to hit the like. Please remember to hit the like. I don't want to pass half an hour on this video. So anyway, with Femke Ball, Lieke Clave running for Netherlands, we never serious. Can I tell you? The selectors are okay, and the better 400-meter runners are okay because it's medal and money. Well, guess what? Want all, lose all. Want all, lose all. So for whoever was trying to shove everybody else into the relay just to see if they could be a part of the pie, want all, lose all. There's nothing to protest about. You all don't got any speed. Bad selection. Uh, the shade. Oh my lord. Ball and Clever run, so why them so uppity and no one run. And that me want know. Me want know if some of these people individually are gonna medal in the 400 meters. They must have walked away with gold and silver. Out of all the names who were selected on the team, they could have used Cheyenne. That's what I've been saying from last night. They could have used Cheyenne. You know what I mean? So I don't even know why. And Cheyenne is not competing individually, which is why I don't understand these selections. I do not. I cannot understand these selections. I think Demish did better than Malik. Let me tell you why Malik ended up looking so bad because he was trying to jostle around the pack and as such ended up, in problems himself. So I won't fault him too much for what he did on his leg because I did see the effort. I definitely did see the effort from Malik, but Lord of his mercy. I just thought things just went wrong from the top. Things went wrong from the top. Um, my question is why was a McDonald used? I want to know the same thing. We sit on pound 144, 4403 athlete, and we could not slot that man in. And my question still remains: if the new rule is you can only change one person, then who is the one person they were going to change? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was somebody else that could have been slotted in for Natalia. I would have kept Stacy. So who was the person that you would be taking out? I don't understand. Natalia allowed them to get in front. Yeah, because she cut across wrong. If she had just continued along that diagonal path, then she would have gotten there. But well. Them could have used McDonald or Wagwan. I don't know. But as a matter of fact, it's a good thing they probably not use McDonald because if they did use McDonald and we feel, would I probably be eating off McDonald's head right now. Some have high schoolers. Should have used some high schoolers. Use some hungry people, man. And I saw the hunger in from Malik. He tried. He tried. He's just so teeny. I had no idea he was so teeny. You know what I mean? But Lord of his mercy. Well, he looked teeny in comparison to all of those European men. I guess they're just super tall. But yeah. Bad to bad. We had other options. And I believe that we could have front loaded the team. So okay, Demish ran the better of the legs, you would say. Then put Stacey on second. Front load the team. Natalia cannot handle that Jocelyn. She wouldn't be able to handle that Jocelyn. Michael Johnson said on the BBC broadcast that they can only change one athlete now. Okay, so it's confirmed. So it's one athlete. So the question is again, who was the one? They could change the entire team. That's what I was hearing on my feed. So that is why I'm confused, which is why I said it in my video that I'm hearing that they can change four. So I don't know what the rule is, but I'm getting confirmation from multiple sources that it's no one. So I don't even know. I don't even know. They could change. Oh, I read that already. Apparently, McDonald can't run two good races back to back. Is lie. If that's the case, he should not be picked. McDonald never go on one of the Europe place the other day go run two race back to back, if I'm not mistaken. Me sure say McDonald. Me sure say me see McDonald run two race back to back. And so what? It's morning and evening. You tell me say McDonald couldn't recover? I refuse to believe that. The training that these athletes go through, there's no way he can handle two 400-meter runs. There's no way. No way, no way, no way. That clock had to be broken in Jamaica's heat. No way, no way Jamaica ran 44-4. He needs to stay at home at this point. Gould should have just rested for the 8. JA is just pathetic at this point. I don't know. Me no know. Me just feel like some head need to start a roll, man. So head need to start a roll, man. Because when are these people gonna? They're just sitting down in these nice cushy chairs and just warming it for nothing. For nothing. If we could see them actually trying to put the athletes in the right place and the athletes still fail, then I would understand. But they're not even doing that much. There was no infraction, held no grounds for appeal being approved. That's what I thought. It's fine. What I saw didn't look like anything for worthy of an an appeal. But we tried some anyway. We tried to get into the final, so it is what it is. Arrogance from the selection committee because they think the name Jamaica will make the team qualify, or how that? Well, last Jamaica medal in our mixed relay. How which arrogance? Where would they get that arrogance from? Rushing to Ronda White to Powell to Stacy. All Ronda White is there. I just remember. So why are we all of these athletes there and we're not using them? Is what is going on here? What would have been as that would have been a super team and they could have used Cheyenne for the final. May that hurt me. JHS need let me if you do better. I'm tired of this man. Every year we need to concuss. Every year. No, he takes full blame. He has to take full blame. The athlete them me can't no, me can't sit down on the athlete them all the time. The people them will stand up at top need to take some blame no man. Everybody is focused on their individual event. Again, focusing on it, you have to be realistic. Unless some of these athletes are hoping and praying that some of the best in the world will not perform, then you have to be real. And I don't know what happened to Natalia in that backstretch. I don't know why she cut over so soon. Me still a try. When I saw her cut over so soon, I said to myself, then Natalia, what you doing? And then everybody just caught her right up. I said, Lord of His mercy. When are when are going to hold? When are we going to hold them accountable right now? We're holding them accountable right now. You know, see what going online? Everybody I get chewed. Sorry, we're holding them accountable right now. Hey, on Sports TV. If Stacey had gotten good momentum, we could have at least qualified. Of course, she tried. She tried her hardest. She's another reliable, She tried her hardest. It just the team failed her, man. What time is the 100-meter heats? I did a video on the 100-meter heats. It's up on the channel, so y'all can check that out. Time. Hold on, I soon tell you. Let's even look on that. I'm just so upset. Oh, Miss Mercy, I just so upset. Oh, what am I say no? Okay, let me listen to this video. Can I hear it from here? All right, this is not how you're talking about her being pushed. You have you see these relays, you have to stand up. You have to stand up strong and nobody get pushed. I came in here to look for something. I came to Instagram for something. Give me a second. I just want to tell y'all the time. The time for the men's 100 meters is men's 100-meter heats. Where am I? Okay, so the last thing, it's what, five? Okay, it says five. Let me tell you five what now, cause this sheet is horrible. It is five, 5:43. All right, so the mix, not the mix, sorry, the men's 100-meter heat is 5:43. Natalia and Malik were the weak links. The team structure was the weak link. The team was structured incorrectly. You have, if you know who your weak links are, you can't put them certain places. You understand what I'm trying to say? So let's say potentially I take what you're saying, Arthur and Malik and Natalia are the weak links. You're going to put them second and third back to back, second and third back to back. Then Jamaica not done for them. Why didn't he run the heat? Who that know? McDonald. I don't know what's the story there. I don't know what's the story there, but which that's why I'm blaming the selectors. Rasheen running the male 4x4s. That a run a woy. That not happen for now. We have time to run two race now, go rest and relax in body and come back for that. So again, that's no excuse. Just wait for it, folks. The big botch. Look here, me not even not put my goat mouth on that. Me not want to hear nothing bad there. So gosh, let's move on. What's wrong with losing? It's not just about losing. You see, and it's what I said before. If that was all we had, then okay, no problem. But you see, when you know that's not all you had, and we had other options, then that's where it becomes a problem. Not could have. She definitely. Duh, duh, duh. All right, I'm getting up on half an hour, and I don't really want to make this video too long. So let me just scroll through the rest of these comments. Um, First time relay coach who a him family member or which friend? Uh is a big coach too. So you'd be surprised. I told you from last time, Natalia is too slow. No, but they structured the team wrong. It was just structured wrong. They should have front loaded the team. That's my point. You can't win everything. This is not even about winning, Saints. This is about qualifying for the finals. We're not even reach winning a medal yet, you know. Try not to get negative, but sometimes you need to call out the nonsense, especially since we've been complaining for a couple of years now about the coaches not taking this event seriously. No more excuses. Exactly. Thank you, Q Senator, for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate it. Jamaicans have been asking for the past 2 years who are the people selecting the relay team? What is the selection process? The persons deciding who run what leg of the relay team and the athletes. And all right, all right. All right. Me see them a jump on them though. Them a jump up on the people them. So and I'm talking about the people in charge, not the athletes. So they need to take the blame. Me tired of this now, man. Me tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. No athlete is gonna turn down no opportunity to run. Me need not turn it down. All when me slow like slug. If somebody tell me say if you can run a world championships, me gone. Um don't put down goal. The race was lost from the start. No, she blundered. We can't act like she didn't blunder. She blundered, and it's fine to call that out. I don't think we're disrespecting her in any way. It's a blunder, and it happened. If I was Rasheen, all hell would have broke loose. And for Rasheen, I'll miss it for Rasheen for interview talk about how he's here for Jamaica and for run for Jamaica. I will not even use him. Them never did a select for Jamaica. To be honest and truthful, I don't watch and talk about anything negative when our athletes are competing. To be honest and truthful, I don't watch. Well, I'm sorry. I'm upset, so it is what it is. Good morning, Jamaica. What's up? Blame goal. I blame the one, the relay coach for selecting the wrong order, and two from the top, the selectors from there. Uh, Fano said the J3s don't like to take advice from top coaches. Yes, and we did see Carolee Ricketts in a bit of drama there as well. So I can understand that point of view, but It is what it is. Your expectations are too high with mediocre runners. You know, but Saint Clay, I understand what you're saying, and I actually didn't have them to medal, but I still had them making the finals, and we could have made the finals. You know what I mean? But I didn't put us for a medal in the mixed 4x4. So it's not about having too high expectations. They could have made the finals and then tried from there. Why did they put Jamaica in lane two? That's just how the it's a random selection. So yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbled for Jamaica. No, that's not true. It's not random. It's based on season's best. Our season's best was one of the slowest. Big up Red Ginger, Akila, and Adele. Yeah, big them up. Big up Red Ginger as well. He said he suffered because the ring was slippery and it was making his attempt to do his turn too fast. And towards his last attempt is when he could finally grip the ring, he was saying, and he was able to get a throw off that, successfully landed him into the finals. So I'm happy for him. Akila as well suffered. Her first two attempts were fouls, but that girl, I tell you, is a clutch performer. She came out on her last jump and said, "Look here, this is it." I saw her do it at the NCAAs and she jumped a massive 678, landing her right in the finals. Big, big jump. Can't wait to see what she does in the finals. Absolutely amazing. And Adele, of course, making it through to the semifinals. Proud of her as well. I do think Adele suffered though because of the new rules where they don't have the fastest or the non-automatic qualifiers anymore, because what they said people used to do is race watch and run depending on that. So they cut that out completely and now they're only selecting a set of athletes. So if you don't run, you're not making it. You know what I mean? But because of that, all the races were slow. And as such, if you're not one of the people that have a good kick at the end, then you're gonna suffer. And I thought she suffered towards the end, but yeah, she still made it through. Thanks sis for your commentary. This is really upsetting that Jamaica ain't in the final and England make it. As you said, stop cycling. Yeah, man, stop doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's time to learn. I never watched both last race because of how it ended. Oh, I haven't watched a few races from 2017 all to this day. To this day, I can't watch them. Nobody wants to run the silly mix relay. Right, simply. I'm moving on from you. Send home goal. She's not ready. No, she qualified for her individual event. She'll be there, and she has a solid shot at medal in there. So let's see what she does. Let's see what she does. I just hope she uses this for motivation in her 400 meters. I hope so. Not all you go cannot tango Femke ball on that last leg. She doesn't need to try to handle Femke ball. She needs to just stay in top three. She doesn't need to try to outdo Femke ball. As a matter of fact, Femke ball wasn't even doing anything. Femke ball was just jogging along. It is what it is. Time to move on. Better days. Yeah, better days ahead, hopefully. All right. So Chucky, I said I only want to spend a half an hour here because I don't want to make the videos too long. Plus, I'll be back a bit later on because I think I'm gonna do a live watch along with the men's heats. So I hope you all will be able to join me there. As I said, 5 minutes. Sir? Why the time that's on wrong? No, sir. I can't five. Let me look back on the time. Almost nonsense, me do that chat. This has a no, this has a AM. Which paper is made upon? Which sheet is this? Da, 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 da. Okay. Triple jump. It's a Sunday. So where's the men's 200, 100 meters? Chuck is out of all phone she's me telling you now. That may I tell you right now, one bag of nonsense. I'm not even seeing the men's 100 meters on this list. Me not see the men's 100 meter on this thing. Great, lovely. But anyway, I'll be back for the live at that particular point in time. I'm just gonna have to double check the times and let you all know. You'll see it on my live though. So whenever you see the live come, if you know so the race them soon run. Oh my lord. I swear. It's so tough. It's so tough. Um it's so tough. All right, Trackies, thanks so much for joining. I'm gonna cut off now. Please don't forget to hit the like. Let me go over and check the likes because I know y'all, unless I go look, which is weird, y'all are not hitting the like. I see 150 something of y'all in here. Please hit the like. 156, hit the like. Please remember the like is the thumbs up. I'm gonna be bouncing and I'll see you for the men's 100 meters. I told you the wrong time. It's not 5, nothing. It's actually around probably like 1ish. Not so late. Probably around like 1 o'clock ish. So I'll post it up. So anyway, thanks, Trackies again. I'll catch you in a little bit. Bye.